Here is the English translation of your story, with an additional 3,000 words added to enrich the details and expand the adventure. On a vast grassland, a group of guinea pigs lived peacefully and happily. They spent their days enibling on soft grass under the golden sun and their nights resting in warm burrows, lulled by the gentle night breeze. Above them, the starry sky shimmered as if whispering ancient tales. Among them was a particularly special guinea pig named Bobo. Unlike his fellow guinea pigs, who were content with their daily routine of eating, playing, and sleeping, Bobo was filled with an unquenchable curiosity about the world beyond their home. While others never questioned their way of life, Bobo often sat at the edge of the meadow, gazing into the distance, wondering, how big is the world? What lies beyond the horizon? The elder guinea pigs always warned him, our ancestors have lived here for generations. This land provides us with food and shelter. There is no need to venture into the unknown. Out there, danger lurks, predators, harsh lands, and uncertainty. If you leave, you may never return. Most young guinea pigs listened and stayed, but Bobo couldn't silence the stirring in his heart. He believed that the world was much larger than their little meadow and that beyond their home, there were wonders yet to be discovered. One morning, as the first rays of sunlight kissed the earth, Bobo finally gathered his courage. With a deep breath, he bid farewell to his companions and set off on his journey. He moved cautiously at first, his tiny paws pressing into the soft earth, ears twitching at every rustling sound. As he traveled, the grass grew taller, the terrain more varied, and soon, he found himself at the top of a small hill. What he saw took his breath away. Before him stretched a glistening river, its surface sparkling like 1,000 tiny stars. The air smelled different, crisp, fresh, and damp. Flowers of every color bloomed along the riverbank, their fragrance dancing in the wind. Overwhelmed with excitement, Bobo scurried down toward the river. He had never seen so much water in one place before. He dipped his tiny paw into it, shivering at its cool touch. Just as he was about to take a sip, a gentle voice called out, "Who are you? I've never seen you before." Bobo turned and saw a sleek, well-groomed capybara standing at the river's edge, watching him curiously. "I'm Bobo," he said, eyes wide with excitement. "I come from the grasslands." The capybara smiled. "I'm Tata. My family has lived by this river for generations. We love to swim and spend our days enjoying the water." "Swim?" Bobo tilted his head. "What's that?" Tata chuckled. Without answering, she waded into the river. Her body sank gracefully into the water, leaving only her head above the surface. Then, with a gentle kick, she glided smoothly across the river. Bobo's mouth fell open. He had never seen anything like it. On the grasslands, they always avoided puddles to keep their fur dry, yet Tata was moving effortlessly through the water. "That's amazing!" Bobo squeaked. "Can I learn to do that?" "Of course." Tata grinned. "You just need to get used to the water." Bobo hesitated but, determined to try, cautiously stepped in. The water rose around his tiny legs, sending a shiver up his spine. He took a deep breath, waded deeper, and soon, he was floating. "You did it!" Tata cheered. "Now try moving your paws gently." Bobo tentatively kicked, his movements clumsy at first, but slowly, he began to glide through the water. The sensation was unlike anything he had ever felt, light, free, and thrilling. He couldn't stop laughing. From that day on, Bobo practiced swimming every day. He and Tata became best friends, exploring the riverbanks and discovering all sorts of fascinating creatures. There were frogs that hid in the reeds, wild pigs rolling in the mud, and bright blue kingfishers diving into the water to catch fish. "This world is even more wonderful than I imagined," Bobo marveled. However, he never forgot his home. One evening, as he watched the sunset reflect on the water, he made a decision. "I want to share this with my family. They should know there's more beyond the meadow." Tata nodded in understanding. "Go, then. But promise you'll visit again." "I promise," Bobo said, and with a heart full of memories, he began his journey home. When he returned, the other guinea pigs gathered around, astonished. "Bobo, we thought you'd never come back. Where did you go? Did you find food? Were there predators?" Bobo laughed. "I found something even better. There's a river not far from here. I learned to swim and met so many new friends." The young guinea pigs listened in awe as Bobo described the wonders he had seen, the shimmering water, the friendly capybaras, the diverse animals that lived beyond the grasslands. Even the elders, though skeptical at first, couldn't ignore the excitement in his voice. Finally, one of the younger guinea pigs hesitated before asking, "Can we go see it too?" Bobo's heart swelled. "Of course. The world is too big to stay in just one place. Let's go explore." With that, he led a group of guinea pigs to the river. At first, they were nervous, but with Tata's guidance, they learned to swim. Slowly, their fear turned to joy, and the once timid creatures became adventurous explorers. Over time, the guinea pigs of the meadow adapted. They expanded their territory, learned new survival skills, and formed friendships with other animals. They discovered hidden ponds, thick forests, and secret berry patches. Their world had grown far beyond what they had once known. Bobo grew older, his once bright fur turning silver with age. Yet every night, he still gazed up at the stars, remembering his first journey, his first swim, and the first time he realized that the world was bigger than he had ever imagined. One evening, as the younger guinea pigs sat around him, he smiled and said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to step beyond it. If I had never left, I would have never met Tata, never seen the river, and never learned to swim. But now, our world is bigger, brighter, and more beautiful." His words became a legend among the guinea pigs, passed down from generation to generation. Even long after Bobo had left the world, his legacy remained. Every time a young guinea pig looked toward the horizon and wondered what lay beyond, they would remember the brave little explorer who dared to dream, dared to step forward, and changed their world forever. And so, the spirit of adventure lived on, carried in the hearts of every guinea pig who dared to follow their curiosity, just as Bobo once did. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.